After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 498. Today is Monday, March 28th, 2022, as we are recording. My name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad that you found us. We hope that you find something you enjoy and that you will return. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you back with us. If you are new or returning in the shadows, please feel free, if you'd like, to join us officially. You can press the little red subscribe button on your right, I think, and the little bell. Tap it gently so you can get notifications when we post a podcast. And if you want to take part in the alongs and the camaraderie and just all kinds of fun things, that happens in our home thread, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that all that stuff is in the little description box below the video. Okay. Yeah.
So I actually have more than you this time. I think I have 7 to your 5.
Okay, 5, yeah. So it means you go first.
Yes, it does. So let me stir my tea.
Mm-hmm.
I need to, whenever I wear the green sweater, Davina keeps talking about how much, every single time, like, she never said it before, she'll say how much she loves the green sweater. Well, I'm not making her that sweater, but I need to finish her gray one. Which is a lot less complex.
Right.
But I think about the pocket section. And I haven't had brain power. And also my blue sweater's like, me first.
Okay.
Okay, so the tea that I am stirring at this second, it's an Adagio tea. And it's Black Dragon Pearls from Yunnan, China. This black version of the popular hand-rolled dragon pearl style is naturally sweet and smooth. I want to try the green dragon pearl at some point too. A touch of earthiness and subtle cocoa notes. We suggest using 2 to 3 pearls per cup for a sublime drinking experience. I think I have some green, I want to say like jasmine pearls or something coming in. I like the pearls because you can just grab a few of them. These travel easily. You know, if
They don't spill too much.
They don't spill too much. If you, hang on, let me actually.
No. Here.
Yeah. You're a little bit.
Well, no, I'm showing my hand. It's like a Cocoa Puff.
Yeah. Well, you were almost off screen.
Well, this hand was, but not this one.
No, it was.
I'm not going to argue with you. Okay. 3 little dragon pearls.
Yes. So
They look like Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, they do. So they travel easily, and if you prepare your sugar and take this with you, you don't have to have a measuring spoon, which is nice. So I do like the pearls sides they unfurl, and it's fun to see after they've unfurled.
If you're watching it.
Well, even if you aren't watching it, it's fun to just see, oh, it was balls, now it's unfurled. But, this is one that you always think you won't like, and you like it better than you do. I think you would.
I don't remember tasting it.
I've let you taste it before.
It smells like a black tea.
It is a black tea. Black Dragon Pearl. It's got a little sweetness to it.
It's okay. It has that little bit of astringency that it definitely has that black tea, whatever it is that makes it a black tea.
I think that's the tannins.
I don't know. That's what gives me a stomach ache, I think.
The tannins.
Whatever.
I've heard people react to the tannins.
Now mine, in my chronically crocheting owl mug, I have a Plum Deluxe tea, and this is a Stargazer Caramel Mott chai. And this is all organic. Mott tea, cinnamon, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cardamom, I think. I can't read this very well because it's faded.
Kush kush.
Wait a minute, it's open.
Why did you open it? Oh, so you can read it. Cardamom, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cinnamon, aniseed, natural spice, and caramel essences. Love and gratitude.
And there's caffeine in it.
Yeah.
I need caffeine today.
You said malt and ginger already, right?
Yeah. So,
It's not that it's faded, really. It's just, I can see where you might need to wear glasses for it. For me, I actually have to look over my glasses because my close reading is better without it.
anyway, that's...
When I'm doing anything that requires focus, I find I look over my glasses.
So that's what I'm having, and do you want... This is chai. Did you want to taste it?
No.
Okay. This is really good.
Thank you.
It's one of my favorites of Plum Deluxe.
Well, you know, you tried a black tea, I'll try your chai. Okay. You know, technically chai is a black tea.
Not this one. It's a mott.
Yeah, I guess right. But there's black tea in it, I believe.
It's a black tea.
I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't choose to drink that. I just don't care for the chai tea spices.
I absolutely love the chai tea spices.
It's just not a flavor combination I like that much.
And my cookies, I'm having I had the remainder of my vanilla chai. These are from Adagio.
Chai.
Vanilla chai tea cookies. So
Chai tea, chai cookies. Chai tea, chai.
Chai makes happy. Okay, so that takes care of that.
Chai tastes almost
What did you have for your snack?
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay, so I'm trying to get out of the house. I can't have fruit snacks in the house. I have no self-control when it comes to fruit snacks. Fruit snacks and cereal, if they're in the house, I will just sit there and I'll eat them. So, I had a couple of little bags of fruit snacks and then a little fake cheese. But yeah,
That's a big snack.
It is a big snack. But I'm gonna have at lunchtime the rest of my breakfast smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I need to get it out of the house.
Nutrition.
Cheese.
Nutrition.
Breakfast smoothie.
Vegetables.
That has vegetables in it. It's a pea protein.
Needs more than that.
It's a pea protein. It has other vegetables in it to build it.
Meat.
Well, yeah, but that'll be later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a problem. I have my Chick-fil-A sauce. Do you really think I'm not going to be using some chicken to go with my Chick-fil-A sauce?
Is it real chicken?
I only have real chicken.
Don't look at me like that. Don't always have only. Okay. Now.
I don't eat tofu.
Moving on, you have eaten tofu. You just don't know it.
Well, I mean, I don't pick tofu out.
Okay. Moving on.
Specifically because it's tofu.
Let's see here. Oh, that goes this way. I got my notes on my Kindle, which makes me happy because now I can actually read it. My husband put this little app on my computer, so now I can just... I don't have to go through Amazon.
Yes, you can just move it there.
Just move it there. So, okay. Before we go into what we are actually doing, if you are in the home group and you've been there in recent days, you will have noticed that I put up the It's Okay to Be Different thread for autism awareness, which starts April 1st. And that's not an April Fool's thing. It does start April 1st and will go through June. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to Ty about this the other day. I said, when that one ends, we're in the middle of this year. It's like, where does the time go?
Yeah.
You know, it's just... Anyway, so that was April 1st to June 30th, I think it is. I think there's 30 days in June. So...
Yes.
You... get out your bright color yarns, your fun patterns. That is coming up. I will try to get some of my autism colorways up and in the shop, or at least some bright colors. I just have to find the time, especially if certain things happen. I might not be able to do that, but I will try. So keep your eye on the shop for that. And we'll, let's see here. The hashtag for that is PHNAA 2022, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, PHNAA 2022. And our co-host for this, as always, is Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian. So we're really glad to have her back with us. Okay. And we'll talk more about that next week. Okay, for current alongs, PHNT and Tails is heading into the very last week of the first quarter, and this is a full 1 year along. This projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, and previous whips are allowed but must be worked on during the along and must reflect the theme of T and or Tails. If you want to know what that means, or if you have questions, just shoot somebody a line or drop a note in the threads and somebody will get back to you. Chatter and pictures are all on the same thread. Let's see here. Projects, okay, I said that already. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's completed. We do have prizes. The one we're pulling for now, the only one I know about is Pat's graveyard socks, which...
Graveyard Fields.
Graveyard Field socks, which is a wonderful donation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pat. And there will be another prize. I just haven't grabbed it yet. That we had some wonderful donations in the past few weeks. Well, past several weeks. So I will pull something from those. And let's see. 1 whip project per week. The FO1 is finished. We have prizes. Featured pattern and yarns are always as they always are.
Are always as they always are?
Yes. My yarns and or pattern, if I ever get another pattern, my patterns, Talia's patterns, Laura's yarns and patterns. And Laura, my stuff is all Lady for Co-Creations. Talia's stuff is all Franciscan Gypsies designs. Mm-hmm. Laura has Lollipop Girl yarns, and I think it's Laura Concert Designs. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Prizes are pulled quarterly for this. The hashtag is PHNT and Tails 2022 on Instagram. Okay, let's see here. Now, Ready, Set, Go is almost gone. Okay, you have literally to the end of this week, because Friday is the 1st of April.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get those things started to be eligible for Ready, Set, Go in this particular along. It might be eligible for something else, but if you wanted to be eligible for Ready, Set, Go, you need to get a move on for it, okay? Our rules are basically the same, except there's no theme, except for the fact that it has to be started no earlier than January 1st of this year, okay? And let's see here. Basically all the same thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, this holds through across the board. If your project is 50 yards or less, please post it with another project that's 50 yards or more, okay? And you guys have been great about that, so I just wanted to say that for any newcomers.
Right.
We will have prizes, same featured patterns and featured yarns as always. I did forget in the T and Tails that we have KF Jones patterns, we have Mom Cook patterns, and Joanna Johnson's patterns, as long as they reflect T and or Tails.
And a reminder for Joanna Johnson, it's not just her ones that are based on Anne of Green Gables or Little Women or Jane Austen's characters. They're also the ones that are based on her books, because she has children's books out there.
She does. So, okay. And they are full stories.
Yes, they are full stories with her husband's artwork, which is absolutely lovely.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so that takes care of that kind of administrati, if you will.
I believe I go twice once.
Twice once, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just finish.
Not twice.
No, not twice. I don't have enough for twice. Let me finish these last few stitches.
I needed this tea. I haven't put my tea down because it makes my hands feel good.
Okay. And the last 3 stitches. There we go. Okay. So let me grab my show notes.
In an effort not to give you a Sleepy Mom episode, I must have caffeine. Because...
Oh, the Sleepy Mom episodes, you don't ever actually fall asleep.
No, but I kind of zone out.
You do.
I don't feel like I'm...
Although, I've never been able to tell.
Well, that's because you're not looking at me.
No, I mean, like, it's really not obvious.
Because I can tell. I feel like I'm slurring my speech.
I think it always feels more obvious, because there's points where I said I'm starting my speech and you said you couldn't tell. I came in here for show notes. There they are. Okay, so the first one is the one I just finished the stitches on. This is Lake of Shining Waters. That's a project name. The pattern's name is Ann Sweater from Green Gables Knits, which is a pattern book by Joanna Johnson. I'm using Indian Treasure in the colorway Sapphire Heather. And the kitty in the news bag. We have read all the stories, so I'm taking a break.
Stephanie's going to be very disappointed.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. We've read every single one of these stories. I mean, I don't think there's a story that has not been covered at some point. I'm sure there's stories we missed because they're not on this. They got cut out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've got most of them. So, the evening news is old news. But I am so close.
Yay.
Let me measure whip. Let go.
Release.
I have to be careful because it pulls.
Yep.
It's probably one of the most annoying things about these braces. Okay, so measuring up. These last several inches just seem to be taking forever.
Mm.
And it's probably now about 2-3 inches. Something like that. And then I would just be able to, seam up the pockets, weave in all the 20 million ends, and have a sweater.
Hey.
And I really need to finish this sooner rather than later, just in case I do end up needing surgery.
Ooh, I guess I should stop.
Change
right?
colors?
Yeah. Okay.
So, yes. Number 2. Okay, next one. Oh, it's right here also. Is in my Crafting Sheeple bucket bag by Erin Lane. This was a gift.
That was from Margaret, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Margaret Pittman.
She doesn't have her name on this.
Well, it's not her bag.
Yeah. But this is Franklin. That's the project's name. The pattern's name is Freddie Platypus by Joanna Johnson. It's Mom's Platypus.
Yay.
And I'm going to be putting the safety eyes in him. I now have the tool. I have the larger one coming in because I need it for his. Because he's going to have large brown eyes, I think. If the brown eyes are too light, I'll go with either green or blue. Because his overalls are blue. So, here's his little armholes.
Aww.
Here's his little hole for his bill. And yeah, I'm making my way down his body. And also, after I finish making his body, I have to make his overalls. I think he has shoes on too. I can't remember. But yeah, it's been fun because right now he's just straight knitting. So he's just been a nice, relaxing sort of knit. I don't usually work with acrylic while I'm knitting, but this is one of the few acrylics I will work with. This is Lion Brand Heartland is one,
Right.
and the other one is very similar to Heartland. It's Basic Stitch. And these
Is that the one your Aunt Jane got you started?
Yes, and that's what the main color is.
Right.
Is
It's very pretty.
yes, it is. I'm pretty sure the main color is that because they have colors that are very similar between Basic Stitch and Heartland, and I can't remember if this is the Basic Stitch one or the Heartland one.
Right.
And let's see, this is Basic Stitch. Yeah, anti-pilling, so he won't pill on you.
Yeah.
Gold Heather, Basic Stitch. So it's really pretty. It is reminiscent of the one from Heartland. Where's my? Oh, there it is. As soon as I saw this color, I knew it had to be a platypus. Not to mention, it's very platypus in color.
Mm-hmm. It's very pretty.
It is. And this is the bill.
Oh, that'd be nice.
This is currently his overalls.
Aw. It'll be so cute.
So, I think the brown eyes we have might blend in too well with his color. I'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, I was going to go with green eyes, but I think blue might be better.
Right.
Because then it looks like he's matching his overalls to his eyes.
Right. Must match.
Well, then he'll look fashion forward.
Fashion forward.
So there we go.
Fashionable and dandy.
Yes, as fashionable as you can be wearing our overalls.
Is it fashionable, little dandy?
I don't think anyone who wears overalls can be called a dandy.
I beg to differ.
Your turn.
Okay. Excuse me. In my Clover Bird pink and purple teacups bag is my comfy cozy scrap shawl pattern from this comfy cozy shawl from the scrap shawl pattern by Anastasia Zattel. I just changed colors. So I don't know. I was going to do the darker one, but I decided to do the darker one in between because I have less of it.
Right.
And then I can lead into the other color. See this? I'm putting this color again. No, wait. This one again. This lighter green. And it is definitely growing. So I'm putting in this lighter color, and then I think I'm going to put the darker and then the lighter again, and then I want to use, but I have to ball it up. Well, no, it is balled up. I think I'm going to use this one and go from there. And I have to be careful because it looks like it's tangling in there. And this is basically, I mean, you've seen me do a number of these. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it. I just wanted to get a little work done because I probably will only bring one of these with me when we go to your doctor's appointment.
Right.
So, and it'll probably be the other one because I need to get a move on it.
Right. Now it is, it's an all-day wait because
It is, but I'll have other projects I want to work on.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
If I don't take multiple projects, my hands will start hurting.
Okay.
So when I go to these long waiting rooms, either for Davina or Talia, I tend to take a bunch of knitting, crocheting projects, plus writing, plus reading.
I don't think you've had a long waiting for anything for Davina lately.
Not for a while, but I have had in the past.
Yes.
Where it's just, she'd have OT, PT, and speech, and I'd sit there for half the morning. So,
Yeah.
But none of them are quite as long as I've had with you recently.
Yeah.
So, but that's basically it. This is just moving along, and it will be finished when it's finished, hopefully sooner rather than later. But, yeah, it's just...
Okay, so me again. Let me... Okay, so next is in my Laura Teapot Bag. It is a bag made by Knit for Brains. So all the lovely teapots.
Very cute.
I have to figure out what to use this for because the DPNs I use are too long. I use this, I think I use the 6-inch ones. I know there are smaller ones, which is probably what this size is made for.
Made for 5s?
I think they have as small as 4-inch. But I have, long hands, so I like to not feel cramped over my needles. So I'll figure out what to use this for. It's cute. But in here
It will get used.
Is my is Laura's hood. It's the Thorns hooded cowl. Free pattern. You can just look for it online.
I think it's on Ravelry, isn't it?
Well, no, Ravelry will just take you to the
okay.
free website. Yeah, no, so it's not technically on Ravelry.
Okay.
It's just one of those. Here's this link.
Right.
So
There it is. Very pretty.
it is spiraling very nicely. And it is growing nicely. I think this, I know I took it with me to my doctor's appointment, but I think I worked mostly on my sweater because I'm really trying to get that off the needles.
Right.
But if I had been traveling in the dark at all, I would have worked on this.
Right.
Because this one doesn't require a whole ton of looking or focus or anything.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's see here. I need a little more tea.
Don't we all?
And you might hear a little noise Davina's doing in the bathroom because it's her bathroom
clean day, yeah.
Okay, remaining in the theme, in my Knit for Brains owl teapot bag that was given to me by Laura Concert is my Arwen's Hooded Cowl project from the Thorns Hooded Cowl. And I didn't do a whole lot on this one. Oops, I lost my...
It's a bunny.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see here. I'll get my drink in a minute.
I forgot to say I'm using my "This is what my head looks like" mug.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to do that, or I would have used mine.
It was a lamb.
Yeah. Okay, so here's... I need to put these away because I'm not using these right now. There, I put that right there.
Oh, were those ones you originally thought?
I don't know why they're in here, but they're in here. So yeah, this is... I'm doing number 2. Version 2. And... Okay, then.
We both buzzed. Okay, it's my sister's, that's why.
This will probably go with me because I'd like to finish this actually.
They always look like skirts.
It does
until you get to the part where you're doing the hood.
They really do. But this is just so. I have a few more rows on this,
and you're gonna like the hood because you're basically doing, fairly simple knitting, and then you seam the hood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
So there's no like short rows. Or
I'm not doing the tassel.
I didn't do the tassel.
I'm not a tassel person.
I don't do the tassel either.
So.
And the tassel is something she adds after the fact when she chooses to do so.
And this is the slate blue gray color by Miss Babs, and
Blue slate.
Blue slate. Huh?
I said blue slate.
Blue slate shoes. So yeah, that's. I don't know. I start not decreasing, but decreasing the number of rows in each section, the rounds. So I should start using less yarn on each section because I hope that I have enough of this. I do have another skein, I think, but right now this is what I have.
I do believe you said that you should have another skein because I don't think you got just one of that.
I didn't, but I don't know if I have it in another project.
Right.
I think I see it over there, but I can't tell. So.
I can't tell you. I do think that might be it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a slate there, but a regular slate. But,
is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering if that's the one that it's under is a blue slate. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is moving along. I only usually I do this on the podcast. Sometimes I do it when I'm watching television, but and I have been doing more knitting and crocheting while we're watching a movie now. So so I'm not eating quite so late.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No, you probably definitely didn't do it while watching Hobbs and Shaw. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't either.
No.
Okay, so
Daddy would have yelled at me for not paying attention.
I don't think you could have focused anyway.
Too much going on.
Too much going on. Too many actors we like. Okay, so next for me is, this was one I only worked on today, but because I felt like it needs to be worked on and I haven't done it in a while, in my little skein in the big wool velveteen rabbit bag, I felt like I needed to start giving attention to some of my fingering weight socks, but I didn't want anything that required a whole lot of attention because I didn't have a lot of time and I was tired. So these are my rainbow socks. The pattern is Vanilla Cream by K.F. Jones. So it's a nice simple vanilla sock.
Perfect for that kind of yarn.
Yep. Yeah, I think I had it in something else, and I was like, no, this isn't gonna work. Oh no, maybe it was the yarn before this I had in something else. But this, there's no way it would have really. It would have neither a pattern would have helped this, and it wouldn't have helped the pattern.
Mm-mm.
But the way it is with these stripes, I'm gonna have I have the purple heel, and then I have a green toe I'm gonna put in, and then I'll do opposite on the other sock. So
fraternal twins.
Yes, fraternal twins.
Mirror twins.
I guess it would be mirror. Yeah.
Since they don't have hands.
Yeah. What does fraternal have to do with hands?
No, I said mirror.
Yeah, we said mirror since they don't have hands.
Mirror twins is the opposite.
Oh, okay.
Mirror twins is like when you look in the mirror, if you're right-handed,
okay,
you're left-handed.
Okay, I don't know why. I see. Because I was like, what? You said because they don't have hands, and it confused me.
So their heels and toes are opposite.
Okay.
It's a stretch, but it works.
Okay, because I was really confused. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, let me just put this aside because I already showed this.
And it's your green for the toes, and I believe this is your purple too.
Cool.
Because you gave me a bunch of mini skeins at one point.
Probably when I was doing something or other.
Well, I think you were experimenting different colorways with mini skeins, because you would dye some for the shop and then you would dump some on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a little collection of your mini skeins.
Lucky you.
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me see here. T.
I swear it's been so windy,
Mhm.
like all year. I feel like it was windy in December too.
And it's freezing today. It was freezing yesterday. It's even colder today. So someone didn't get the memo about spring. But my B-Wing Country Bag is my Country Roads blanket from the Jelly Roll pattern by K.F. Jones. Let me put this away before I lose my pattern. There. Okay, this, I made some progress on this. People who were at the Zoom on Friday saw this already. Stop it.
Sorry.
Okay. I can't think when you're doing that.
It's your fault for naming the project that.
Jelly roll?
Okay, pattern that. I mean the bag that. Country Roads.
Oh, right.
You just call it Jelly Roll, you don't have any other...
I call it the Country Roads blanket.
Okay, so that's why I was singing Country
Oh,
Roads.
don't. I couldn't hear you anyway. All I heard was this annoying underhum. Like Davina does sometimes. So here, I started on this end.
Are you doing it... That's the width or that's the length?
No, this is the length.
Okay, so you have quite a ways to go.
Yeah. So, this is just my first panel.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how...
Davina picked out this one, so I guess it'll blend.
It'll blend eventually.
I was like, I don't know how that's going to work, but she wanted it, so that's what we did. And it's okay. It's a blanket.
It's a scrappy blanket.
It's a scrappy blanket. And there's going to be all kinds of interesting
color
combinations. This one here is my It's Okay to Be Different, right?
Yes.
Because you gave it to me. You were just using it.
It's okay to be different.
I have so many bright colors, I can't always keep them straight.
I was wearing those socks yesterday.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. Because Davina commented that it matched my green outfit. I'm like, yes, I did that on purpose.
Right.
She's like, you match your socks with your outfits? I'm like, of course.
So this is going to, I think I might do another panel, or not another panel, another square or two, depending on how big the squares are.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll try to go wider, and hopefully I'll get the hang of picking up stitches and I can move on. Because I like this. I like this better than I like the squares.
So I'm just going to give you a basic, quick idea.
But not now.
No, I can take it out. So, what you do... No, I'm not even going to do this. Look here. You see in between?
Yep.
You put your needle... So you pull your garter stitch apart. You're not pulling apart. You're pulling them, making them go away. Mm-hmm. You're pulling them away from each other. You stick in between your garter ridges, and then you pull it up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
In between the garter ridges, pull it up.
Right.
In between the garter ridges, and you just keep doing that.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem.
No, it's not a problem at all. You see how easy that is? Mm-hmm. You just make sure you pull between the garter ridges, and you go under that first V. Can you see the V?
Well, I don't have my glasses. And the light.
So the V is...
Yeah, I see it. It's right here.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So you would go under that V, you pull the garter stitches apart, go under the V. Does that make sense to you?
It does, but now I just have to see...
hold on, you're stuck. There we go.
You know, how you do it with... Because you're adding a different...
Yeah, but it'll be the same... What I generally do is I hold the new yarn, the tail of the new yarn, against my needle that I'm doing the picking up with. And after the first one, you kind of then pull a little bit to make sure you have a long enough tail. And then after the second one, it's not going to pull as much. And the more you add, you don't have to wear the tail anymore.
Right. And I can see where all the holes are.
Okay, you see, that's part of why Kate does it in garter. She tries to make it very easy for you to pick up stitches. And this is a great way to learn to pick up stitches. Right. Because after you get that confidence level, you'll be able to pick up stitches in other places.
Right. And I think this will be fun. I've always liked making blankets, and I like the idea of having a scrappy blanket, but the idea of doing, if I had to make these as squares and join them, I think I would shoot myself.
It's really quite fun to pick up stitches. particularly the way Kay has it on the garters.
Well, it sounds like she, and I have to go back and read the pattern. It sounds like she does a row, then comes back and picks it up, and then does a row. And
It sounds like she's doing an applied edge almost.
Yeah, I had to go back and look, but that's how I visualized it.
It could well be, and that would make sense.
Yeah, because the way that you're doing it,
The way I'm doing it is the way you would for the mitered square.
right?
If you were doing it what you're doing is you pick up a stitch and then you knit that row, and then when you come back again,
You pick up another
another
stitch.
stitch, and you just keep going back
Right.
and forth that way.
It's almost like
It's applied edge.
It's almost like you're adding, like you do sometimes with, I don't know if it's sleeves or pockets or what it is, but you have to add stitches onto, like when you're increasing.
Right. Yeah. You end up. Okay. So initially, what she's probably going to have you do is you pick up that one stitch and then you cast on what you need.
Right.
And then when you come back again, you pick up the next stitch in the next row, and then you don't have to cast on. You just keep
knitting. Yeah.
That's what people do for an applied edge. And basically, it sounds like, if that's the way it is, it sounds like you're doing an applied edge across the blanket.
Yeah, and that's what I think she's going to be doing, because I remember she wasn't picking it up all at once, because what you were doing would give me all one color.
Yes,
on the side.
and that was just to give you a basic idea of how you pick up stitches.
I get that, but
and that's what you generally do for the mitered square.
but miter squares just, I don't like squares. I just don't.
I haven't read far enough in her pattern to know exactly what she does, but that makes sense to me.
Yeah. And I have to, before I go to our appointment, I need to do something to get all these.
You might have to start weaving in.
But I don't want to weave in until I'm sure I'm not going to tear it out. Although at this point, they're all bits and pieces anyway.
Right. And there's ways to pick out your tails, so you can still... because there's been points where I've woven something and I'd be like, nah, I don't want that. I had to pick out my... I have cast off before. Been like, oh no, I want to do this instead. And I've had to undo a cast off. Not fun.
No. It's meant not to be pulled out.
Exactly. So, no, not the most fun thing ever.
And this one will probably be going with me because, of course, it has the most balls in it, and I have to.
Of course.
I have to wrangle them. So.
But of course.
That and the shawl. I mean, it's just like, okay, good.
All the scrappy things.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna make sure I bring Thorns hood too. That's
right. That's a nice easy one.
Yeah, and maybe one of my Sorbell pattern type things.
Just watch. We bring all these projects, and then he takes me right away. Although I can't say I'll be completely sad if he does it that way, because I always get ill in his office. Just the thing that they use to clean the carpet, or maybe they have an air freshener, always sets off a mass cell.
But they usually, we always have a weight regardless over there.
We do.
You know, it's just, and then we have a weight for your MRI, because last time we waited in the car for you in MRI. Not
no.
At this particular place we did.
You went in with me.
No, I went in with you in the other one, last one.
You went with it. Oh, you're right. This was the one that, I don't know if I'm going to the same place.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. Because I didn't have to make an effort before to make sure it was close to my doctor's appointment. I just had to make sure it was close to the CT.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna stop with this because I'm getting tangled in it.
Tangled. Okay. Tangled up in multiple colors. Okay, my turn. Nope.
What?
Yeah. I'm trying to get this up. Sorry. Okay, so next is in my I beg your pardon? Oh, yes, this is my sweater.
You're lucky I didn't catch that when I was knitting, because it was all caught in my project here.
Oh. So in my PHN 10-year anniversary bag is the torch socks. This pattern is the Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. Now, I have made adjustments to the toe. I'm doing I think it's actually called a miter toe. Where you do your decreases, you divide your toe into 6, and you do your decreases evenly around with 6 miters. I think I have 6 miters. So I like it a little bit better because it ends up with a more rounded toe versus a tapered toe.
Like a box toe?
It's not so much a box toe.
No, I'm saying you don't like a box toe.
I don't think it's a box toe. The tapered toe is really like, it looks like a triangle almost.
Right, no, I get that. I was just saying that you mentioned a few. I was wondering if you ever tried a box toe.
I've never tried anything called the box toe.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know if it's called that, but it looks square.
Yeah, no, this one looks rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried anything that looks square.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way this toe feels, and honestly, I like the way the toe looks better when I'm done with the sock, which
Right.
does mean something.
Well, it's like the heel. That heel that looks so weird. I can't
Oh,
get
I
past
have
it.
had it for a couple colorwork socks. I don't like how it looks.
I don't like how it looks.
It's not an afterthought. It is it's not slip stitch either. It's an odd toe. The only time I've done it has been in 2 different colorwork socks. I really don't like the way it looks.
It looks really weird, like they didn't put it on right or something.
Right, it looks large.
It sticks out.
Well, that might be the afterthought you're thinking
The
of.
one I'm thinking about, it doesn't look like it doesn't have like a continuity, like it's all together. It kind of sticks out.
Okay, that might be the afterthought. There's another one that it's just almost shapeless. It's round and it's huge. And it's bigger than any heel. And it's done with short rows. But not short rows all across. It's like short rows you are picking up along the side as you're knitting, and then you're decreasing along the. You never have to do a gusset, all that other kind of stuff. But the gusset, the the heel flap, heel turn, and gusset is the prettiest toe. I mean, the prettiest heel. I think. Some of the other ones just aren't as pretty.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't like socks that look like they're not socks.
right. And I feel like if you have this rounded toe and the traditional gusset heel, I feel like it looks the prettiest. So that's why I knit. And if I don't have the heel, if I don't have the toe I like in there, I add it now. And I'm going to probably start adding the heel to socks if I don't like the heel. But yes. So this is, I'm using Leif Co's Creation Sport, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, in the colorway Flame On. And I should be a whole lot farther along than I am, because this is such a simple pattern. And these are lovely. A little bit different than actually anything I have currently in my sock drawer. Because I don't think of anything quite in this color.
I have to see if I can make that again. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think you said this might have been from your
Early days.
early days. Because you were dyeing slightly differently then. Because this kind of works up in a similar way as Little Bunny Foo Foo. So, and there would be that. I'm going to keep this next to me in case I want to switch over to that one. One thing I've noticed about this, I can't just simply, like if I have an itch, I can't just, because otherwise I'm going to scratch my face up. So it's really awkward to just scratch your nose or something like that. Also very hard to sneak into the peanut butter. Can't just go scoop into the peanut butter because it get all over the brace. I mean, I could take the brace off, but
Too much work.
too much. Well, I'm not supposed to, so it is a deterrent, but actually all it does is make me get a spoon out. It makes me do an extra step.
So you burn a little bit of calories with getting the spoon out.
Yes. But yes, okay, it is your turn.
Okay. The next one I am going to talk about is the one I'm currently working on. This is the Ice Ice Baby Blanket from the Sorbell Scarf Pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. And it's in my Emma Owl's bag that Emma gave me a while back because I love it. I love it. Oh, it's blurry.
I don't know why it's been blurring like that. I don't know if we move and it tries to refocus or what it is.
That it's really cute fabric and I really like it. The yarn is from Chronically Crochet. She gave this to me a while ago. She gave me 3 skeins and I am almost finished with the second skein.
You really enjoyed that yarn.
And the next Sorbell blanket I'm starting is going to be using ice yarn that was given to me by Kara.
And it's more of green, isn't it?
I have to look. It's in my anniversary bag.
That one kind of made me think of sea foam.
Look at the halo on this.
Yeah, it does have a halo. I wonder if there's a little bit of alpaca or something in there.
I think it's acrylic.
Well, it is acrylic, but I was wondering if it's mixed with something.
I don't think so. I mean, it might be mixed
no,
with,
it's 80% acrylic, 20% polyamide.
Yeah. So this is how much
It's
I
a
have
very
the second one.
fuzzy acrylic.
I think maybe it rubbed. It might pill. Have a tendency to pill.
It probably does. I do have an acrylic that tends to. My yellow sweater tends to pill.
And this is a very look at that. I don't know why it's.
I don't know why it's doing
We
that.
apologize for the in and out fuzziness. We don't know why it's doing
We're
that.
not sure why it's refocusing.
This yarn is very soft for an acrylic, and it's nice to work with for a baby blanket.
You know
because
what also pills is my other soft one. It's the orange one. It's a shiny one.
that's Caron.
Caron, not Simply Soft. It's maybe it's Simply
Usually the shiny ones are Caron Simply Soft.
Okay, then it is Caron. It's a nice burnt orange, and that's why I grabbed it because I love the color.
Well, my yarn that shawl that I gave you, the blue silver Verena shawl, that's in that kind of
yeah, then that's the same one. Yeah, it doesn't breathe very well though.
No, it doesn't.
I don't. When the sweater, when I put it on, I don't always feel like it breathes as well.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And it doesn't lay as well as
because the yellow one breathes better in spite of being acrylic. Same thing with my red acrylic sweater, but I do tend to gravitate towards my green one, which is wool, and my white one, which is an acrylic wool blend.
So this, I'm not sure how close to done I am on this. Let me see here. Let me finish this stitch and I'll hold it up. Okay. Let me find my stitch marker here.
I hate when the hinge moves.
So it's this big right now. So I think I'll probably use most of the next skein of yarn, if not all of it, and it will be done. I have to
because right now it's like a little receiving blanket.
Yeah, it is. So it's a nice size, and I really like the color. And I think because it's acrylic, it'll work well for a baby.
Yeah.
Even though I have done superwash ones for babies, generally when I do the pregnancy center, I like to do some kind of acrylic.
And sometimes there are some nice acrylics out there. They tend to work better for crochet. I feel.
I prefer to knit with wool if I can.
I'm not sure. I think maybe because the stitches aren't as bulky for knitting that I don't know, the lack of the fact that acrylic isn't quite as smooth as wool or whatever, that doesn't block is more noticeable in knitting because I think it's a thinner stitch.
Well, I think also that acrylic doesn't give as much while you're knitting.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't give as much with crochet either, but crochet is such a bulky stitch anyway.
Well, it's one of the reasons I don't like knitting with cotton, because it doesn't give.
I don't mind doing garter with cotton. That's why I do the dishcloths.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to try the dishcloth again because I stopped doing anything in the cotton because I don't like the way it feels.
Sugar and cream is bad for that. I really like the Knit Picks one. I was trying to talk you out of liking it because I like how it feels.
I don't like.
It keeps refocusing.
I don't like sugar and cream. I don't use sugar and cream.
What was the one you were using?
I use the Hobby Lobby and I use the Knit Picks.
Knit Picks is the one I like the best.
I like.
And I don't like cotton.
If I use cotton for something other than the dishcloths, I like to use a Hobby Lobby because it's softer. It's got a drape to it, which is why I don't use it for toys. Because I tried to use it for a toy, it was so floppy that it just, I tore it out. I was like, no. It's your turn.
Okay, so, oh yes, I have a new project in my Silver Shed USA Nurse's Cap on a Dark Field bag. This has a new project. I am also doing a jelly roll, but I'm doing a fingering weight, SK actually originally called for. I have a ton of fingering minis. And with me working all these fingering weight socks, I'm not going to be at a loss for minis. So I'm calling it fruit roll-up blankets.
Fun.
And I am going to go to the end of this little ball.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Because I don't have a lot left. Wow, refocusing again. So, I don't think it's going to let me. There it is, somewhat. And it's actually considering that it's fingering weight, and I started it when only this week. It's made quite a bit of progress.
Oh, nice time.
So I kept picking out these plain colors. I'm like, no, I need something else. So this one's still somewhat plain, but at least it's got some green in there. I'm not picking out my. I'm just reaching in there and grabbing a color. I'm like, I need something that's a little bit more crazy because this lower one had a little bit more, and then I end up going to this pinky and the purple, and I ended up picking up the green that was in like this green pink. It was in a set of K's. I'm like, no, I don't need K's green in here too. I want something different.
Yeah.
So I tried again and got this green.
Should have Davina pick it.
I should.
Davina likes to do that.
She does like to do that. But usually what was happening is I was working on it and someone wasn't necessarily there to pick for me, and so I would just pick it out.
Right.
But yeah.
I'll keep waffling for just a second. I need to catch this stitch first.
Alrighty then. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to waffle about, but I guess I'll just put her and waffle about something or nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Okay, I just need this yarn split, and I wanted to make sure I caught both ends while I was doing this. This is my Virtual Hugs shawl. It's from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. This is a gift, and I spoke to the person who I'm making this for, and she is okay with the fact that this color is so wildly different on this. And I'm not happy that this happens to be an acrylic, but she doesn't mind it.
She wouldn't let you pull it out.
She liked it. She would let me pull it out. So I'm going to keep it. But I think what I'm going to do, because I don't like working it, is I'm going to put this is going to be the last part of this row. Then I'm going to put one of something, and then another row of a couple rows of this, and then I'm going to go to something else. Because I don't feel right about it being acrylic.
Even though she doesn't care.
Even though she doesn't care. And she wants it, so it's going to be in here. But I'm not going to put it in a whole lot. And I've got plenty of other colors.
Well, it's pretty wild. I think if you put in too much, it will actually not work as well.
Yeah. So it will have this, and then it might have... I haven't decided if I'm going to do like one row of something else and then go back to two of this, or if I'm going to make the center bigger and then just have two rows follow. It doesn't really matter. I'll just see how I feel about it. And then I have another color that I want to put in that I think she'll like as well. It's very bright, and I just wanted to kind of break it up a little bit. Let me see. Let me just... There. This has grown a lot because this is what I wanted to work on. Well, that actually looks pretty nice. I didn't think I was going to like the two top ones, but they do look nice.
I think adding the bright one does work because the person likes really bright colors, and it's a little muted at the beginning.
Yes.
It almost looks like something that Kate would wear.
I pulled that one and she said, no.
No, because honestly, until you added this, it looked very muted, which is not her.
Well, I had other things coming.
Yeah, but
she...
I think adding this bright in now is a good thing, because it's very... Right before that, it was a very muted
If I asked Davina to help me with the colors...
shawl.
If I asked Davina to help me with the colors, then this person will like it.
Right,
So-
because Davina has a similar taste. Because as flamboyant as you say I am, I don't have a similar taste.
No. So yeah,
I'm tastefully flamboyant.
This is the one I'm going to probably bring with me for my bigger project, so I can get some more work on it, because it has to go out.
Mom, it's tasteful when I do. It's garish when other people do it.
Of course. So yeah, and this is a fun. Like I said, it seems like I've had this one on the hooks, a version of this one on the hooks, for months.
Oh yeah, because you started with one of yours and then crystals, right?
I had yours and crystals.
Oh, I thought you had one for you, but I guess you didn't.
And then I put mine on, and then I made one for you, which I finished, and now I have this one.
That's right, because you did. You made my orange one concurrent, or I think crystals might have been finished before my orange one.
It was finished before yours, but I was doing them together.
Yeah.
So, this is kind of like my Sorbell. I just kind of do it.
Well, it's nice to have one of those projects that you'd be like, I just want this. And my sweater's kind of annoying because it's usually when I work on it, and I've chosen to work on the rainbow socks, and now this. This isn't something I usually do. I'm usually pretty monogamous when I'm on the podcast. I don't usually switch between projects on the podcast.
And I've gotten so that I do, simply because if I want to have anything to show you, I have to be able to switch so I don't hurt my hands. Every once in a while, I will do something where I want to finish it and I'll do it. But I tried to do something like that the other day, and I was like, that was a mistake.
Hey, Mom, look. there's numbers on this. Like, this is a paint by numbers
that's fun.
picture for this
That's fun.
DPN holder. Because see, 10, 6, 6, 9. So they haven't finished coloring this in yet.
That's
It's
fun.
10.
That's fun. 1066, the War of the Roses.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Mom. Well, I mean, War of the Roses was forever.
Yes, I know, but that's the date they give.
That's probably the... Gosh, I can't remember the name of the battle. When?
Battle of Hastings?
No, Battle of Hastings was during William the Conqueror.
Test.
But I can't remember, even though it's like right there in the back of my brain, when Richard the third,
Yeah, this was so long ago that I learned this. I don't remember that.
that he lost his crown. And they always say that, I think they attribute to him, my something for a horse.
A kingdom for a horse?
He basically was saying that if only he had a horse, he could have, gotten away. But they claim...
If it wasn't for the, that something I would have gone to college. What was he said?
If I hadn't sold my horse, I wouldn't have been able to go to college, something like that. Or
No, that makes sense though. It was Gaffigan?
it was Gavin, yeah.
Gaffigan comedy bit. He specializes in some of these things. But
I think it was, if it weren't for my horse, I wouldn't have gone to college.
Yeah,
I think that's what the quote was.
It was.
But for Richard III, they always say like I want to say they said after they cut off his head, his crown ended up like in a mulberry bush or something random like that. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Okay. What does that have to do with the horse?
Well, apparently he said something before that point that I guess his horse was downed underneath of him, and he couldn't. I can't remember the details because it's a little bit later than I like to read. I was currently reading a Dan Jones book on War of the Roses, and then I got distracted with library books. So I will continue the Dan Jones book on War of the Roses, but I had just finished Dan Jones's book on Plantagenet, so maybe I need a Dan Jones break. Okay, so that was your project. I guess it's my project.
I don't have any more to do.
So in my Plover Bird's Ani wire bag is another new project. This is Sarah, the Triceratops Doughnut. And actually, I do need to go into Stash Enhancements to give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Oh, you haven't shown that yet, have you?
No, this is a brand new thing. So, I'll talk more about this book when we actually go into Stash Enhancements. But here, I can't really, oh well, I don't want to fold my book. How do I use this? There's Sarah.
Cute.
So that's the one, they did in those colors. I am doing, I also have green for the background. I have pink currently for the eyes, pink for the frill, and because the background is icing actually, so the icing for me is still green. The frill is pink, and the cake is blue. So here's the blue cake for the donut. And I'll show you the green I'll be using and the pink. Oh, this is the white for the off-white for the Triceratops little horns. Here's the pink for the frill. This is your pink, I think.
I thought it was.
And then I think this is your green that I'm pulling out too.
Yep.
So I had the most of the blue, so that was going to be the cake. And also the brighter colors kind of need to be on top. So yeah, pink is your frill and stuff. So yeah, had to pull out all my different hook sizes that I hardly ever use because I have like C's and D's, and I usually just use an E and that's it. But I have like G's, C's, and D's. So yeah, this has been fun. She's really, really cute. And she's actually the main reason why I started looking for the tool for the eyes. Because right now, I'm not feeling like having to do much work in doing color work eyes. I just don't feel like it. So I'm doing other people's patterns right now if I want to make a toy because I'm being lazy. So yeah. I guess that leads us on to FOs.
I don't have any.
So I do have one. This is Berry Doughnut.
Aw.
I wish I
Look at
placed
him.
the ears a little bit
He
higher.
looks like a pacifier.
And he's yours.
Yay.
That's the
Thank
bear
you.
you've been asking me for. It's a teddy bear donut. I wish I put his ears a teensy bit higher. So
He's perfect
he's
the way
got
he is.
chocolate icing. And then on the bottom, if you turn him around, that's the cake.
Coffee cake?
I guess so.
No, chocolate cake.
Yeah, maybe this is light chocolate.
And dark chocolate frosting.
Yeah.
Isn't he cute?
Well, if you know, sometimes the cake isn't nearly as dark.
Mm-hmm. He's so cute.
So
I love him. He's adorable.
I used up actually all the yarn for this.
Did you?
For the back of the cake. I had just enough for what I needed. I have enough of the brown. I can't remember. Oh, I used a Miss Babs sample that she sends with all of her things.
Right.
For
I'm surprised you had
this.
enough.
No, I did have enough. I have some left too. Not a lot left.
Oh,
but
for
I
the
have
nose.
No, not for the nose. For the muzzle and for the inner ears.
Well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have a whole lot, but I had to go searching because I didn't have this color
Right.
anywhere else. And I wasn't willing to start a new skein or buy a new skein or anything, so I went hunting and I found this in my samples. I think it was a DK weight.
Okay.
So I've got all my Miss Babs samples in their little Ziploc bag because they'll be perfect. Because they don't get used. They'll be perfect for little like donut pieces.
Well, because they're like 5 grams.
They're not
or
a whole
something.
lot, yeah.
They're,
So
they're very small.
They can't be used for the whole donuts, but they can be used for things like pieces of donut. It's perfect for his little muzzle and ears.
It's adorable.
And actually, I had wished previously I put his ears a little higher up than like the way they had it. I think it's fine.
I like him that way.
So,
If it's too much higher, it might look like a mouse.
well, I was concerned he'd look like a monkey.
Right.
But once I added the nose, he ended up being fine.
Let's see here.
I had to take a picture of him later.
Yeah,
but,
you did. He's adorable. I love him. He's so cute.
And I think that I'm gonna have to find a way. I'm basically planning to put all the ones I make that I don't give to Mom, in front of my tea stuff, like in front of my mugs. They'll be decorated, scattered throughout my room.
My husband's like, what are you going to do with those things?
Yes,
Do
I think personally they make great gifts
I do too.
because they're not very large. They don't take very long, and you just throw it in a bag and send it to someone. They're perfect to put on a Christmas tree
Yep.
because the hole's in the right place.
It might be a little difficult. You might have to put a string through it. And,
Well, no, because we've managed to squeeze the
yeah, but it'll be like this.
yeah
I mean, you might be able to do it if you have a tree like we do, where you can kind of move the branch.
yeah,
But yeah.
but yeah, and you could put a string like I would do a ribbon so it wouldn't
Right.
be too much of a stricture on the poor toy's head
Mm-hmm.
because I mean that's gonna squeeze his brains out.
Well, you wouldn't put it tight.
But if you put a nice little ribbon,
Yep. Little red ribbon or something.
yeah, in the middle of his
cute.
forehead.
And when he was good, he was very, very good. And when he was bad, he was horrid.
But yes,
Okay.
so that's my FO.
Okay, where do we go from now?
We on to a graphic novel.
Okay, I do have graphic novel. Okay. I've been playing around with blending teas
Adagio.
at Adagio. And I wanted to do a facsimile from one of my favorite ones, which is from our local tea shop. I thought I'd found one, which was close, but okay. I said, all right, you know what?
No cigar.
No, I mean, it's okay. It's good, but it's not what I wanted. So I said, let me see if I can use the ingredients to kind of make something similar. So it's an homage. It's not going to be exact, but it's an homage. I said, I need a picture and for the tin. And I don't want to worry about copyright or anything like that. And Davina wasn't really too thrilled about doing it. So I went online and I looked at different pictures. And I found a picture that I said, okay, this will work, but I don't like the pose. I'm going to change the pose. The tea is called Chocolate Monkey, okay? And I wanted a chocolate monkey. And the original picture had the monkey standing there with his hand like this with an apple in it and the other hand down with the knuckles on the ground. I said, I don't want that. So this is what I did. I did it
Yes, she did.
all by myself. And it looks like a monkey, and my husband was inordinately pleased about it. He was very proud of me, so I was happy that he was proud of me.
You did a good job, and that's gonna be.
It's going to be on the tin. And Ty's going to help me put, like, the steeping time and all that kind of stuff on it.
She wants it done digitally, so that way she doesn't mar her picture.
Yeah, because I want to put the picture in my sketchbook. I am not an artist and never probably will be, but at least I know I can occasionally do something halfway decent. And the reason I've got this thing behind it is because I didn't think it was going to be that great, and I put it on the back of something. So,
But it turned out okay when you did your picture that you took?
Oh, yeah, because I had it laying on the tablecloth.
Okay, good.
So, that's why I have that nice kind of gold on either side. So, yeah, this is, the tea is called Where's My Chocolate Monkey? So, that's it.
Alright, that leads us on to shop. I'm not going to go down and pick up the bag because it's heavy, but I am still working on my design in progress. One of my designs in progress that I've pretty much been the exclusive one I've been working on. But like I said, the bag is heavy. It's a scrap project, so I don't feel like picking it up.
Right.
It's the bag that Laura gave me with my name on it.
Right. My shop, for those of you who have purchased kits, thank you very much. All of them have gone out except for 3. So there are 3 that are waiting to be claimed. They have your names on them. So if you are watching the podcast, they're there. I think it's Stephanie and Crystal. Somebody else. I can't remember who the other person was.
Oh gosh, I knew who it was.
Stephanie, Crystal, and I can't remember who the other person is, but they're in the shop. They are just waiting for you to pick them up. I've gotten some very nice comments
Nancy.
on them. Nancy, that's right. Nancy, Crystal, and Stephanie. They are in the shop for you whenever you're ready, so that I can go ahead and send them off to you. I kind of, the only reason I'm a little nervous about it is I don't want to get too caught up if Ty has to have surgery. So, and whenever you hear this, and maybe I'll drop you guys a line.
I think you should drop them
so,
on the line.
Because
they might not be caught up on the podcast.
You might not have seen it yet. So, and that's fine. I can do that when I get the chance. As for other things in the shop, I'm hoping to do some things, bright color things, especially since Autism Awareness is coming up. But I'm not going to make any promises or do any pre-orders or anything like that because I don't know what's happening and I don't need the stress right now. So I'm going to just keep an eye on the shop, and if you see something you like, it'll be there.
But act quick, there might not be.
Yes, act quick, there might not be. So yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in the shop. I just wanted to let people know who ordered the Podiversary kits
That their kits are
they're there. They're there. Everyone's kits have been posted.
Yeah.
So and and most of them have gone out already. Just have a couple that are waiting for their owners to see them. So
They're waiting to be claimed.
they're waiting to be claimed.
Okay, so that's all for shop news. That leads us on to stash enhancements.
Okay. Let's see.
I would like to save mine for last as a gift.
Okay. I've got a lot of tea this time, so before I do the tea, I'll show you this one. I ordered, I'm doing Bible in the Year with Father Mike Schmitz.
And you got the other one.
No, this is the first one.
Oh, I thought you showed that last time.
No, did I show it?
I'm pretty sure you did.
It was up on the thing.
I'm pretty sure you showed it, but go ahead and show it. I'm pretty sure
All
you
right,
showed
well,
this.
if I showed it before, I apologize. The Bible in the Year, I'm supposed to get 1 and 2 and 3 on pre-order. Well, 2 came in.
This seems really familiar.
1 has not been sent, and I don't know where 3 is. So, but I told you this before. That's why I tell you.
No, I feel like I remember you telling them because I seem to remember you sitting here and doing it.
I don't know.
And you don't usually sit next to me except during the podcast.
I don't know if you guys saw this or not. So if I did, I apologize. But anyway, everything else is tea related. There were 2 solemnities that came up, so I was able to buy tea. And the first one I took advantage of was St. Joseph. And
you took advantage of St. Joseph?
Yes. What happens is during Lent, for Catholics, you have solemnities, and a solemnity is like
a mini Sunday.
A mini Sunday, which means you don't have to do your Lenten practices. So that meant I could buy tea.
Because she had given up buying
tea. I'd given up, unless I run out of something that
you consistently use.
That I consistently use. So I had been given several gifts And so I went ahead, in order to pick up the gifts, I had to buy something. So I bought some things, and then on the Feast of the Annunciation, which was Friday,
Yes.
I picked up also some, just one tea. And I'll show you that one first, since it's only one. I picked that up because I wanted it. This is my own blend. It's called My Favorite Teddy Bear. Yes, you will recognize that name because I have a yarn that's called My Favorite Teddy Bear. And this is my blend. Okay.
Well, he goes with your theme then. Maybe he can sit on top of your. If you choose to put that in a container, you can sit on top of your container.
Well, that's why. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's right. Look at this. My Favorite Teddy Bear. My Favorite Teddy Bear has a story that goes with him. But anyway, this is $2.12 for 3 minutes, and it's got caramel and chocolate and I forget what all else. Chocolate.
Caramel.
Yes. Caramel cake.
Caramel cake.
And
Is there such a thing?
There might be. Now, with this particular order, I got a nice little surprise, which was another community packet for 1 week, which means
Isn't
I could
that
take part in the pictures and things, as well as just saying hi.
Mm-hmm.
I had a community, if you remember, in December, where we were doing every day a tea.
I did in January too.
Yeah, so this is my community for the second week of April. So it's the week just before Easter, and it's for 7 days. And this was a freebie, so that was nice. The rest of these came when I did St. Joseph's. I got some honey rooibos tea cookies, similar to the chai, but these are honey rooibos. And then I got...
You got bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap was where my tea was in. I mean, not my tea, my cookies. I got these teas. Let me see, I want to see if I can figure out what I have here. Because a couple of these were gifts. And a couple of these were not.
Were redeemed cards.
Yeah. Okay. This one is another one of my blends that I haven't gotten the big one yet because I haven't tasted it yet. And this is called what is it? It's not Rich or Poor. It's the other one.
Wedding cake?
It used to be Wedding Cake, but it's not Wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is Rich or Poor.
Puer.
Poor. This is Rich or Poor. Can you see? That's a picture of my husband and I.
It's glinting off your.
Well, I don't want to take it out of the plastic.
Oh, okay. Well,
because it might leak. There you go. That's one of our wedding pictures.
I'm not sure if you can tell that's their hands on the
bouquet.
On the bouquet, because the shine is really bad.
Rich or Poor.
Puer.
However, whatever. Okay, then one of these was gifted to me. The Kojin Kokomet, the bottom one here, was given to me, and then I bought another one of hers because I wanted to. So it's there. What happens is the fandoms, most samples come like this. Fandoms, which is like people like me or Talia or whatever making our own brand, and Adagio puts in some stuff to make it all work, come in these tins. And the bigger ones come in those bags like I showed you for My Favorite Teddy Bear. Now, the other one that was given to me...
Mom, your former one that was called Wedding Cake, it was the first part. You went from Richard for Poor, let's see, before Rich and Poor in Sickness and Health.
Yeah.
What's the first part?
I couldn't remember. That's why I don't know why I can't remember.
Because you would have actually said them like that.
Yeah, I just can't remember right now. I'll figure it out later. This was... Adagio has like trading cards. And when you get a certain amount, you can get a sample, which for the normal ones that aren't fandoms look like this. So I got a peppermint sample. That was free. And a mocha nut mott. That was free. Okay? And then somebody gave me as a gift this one, ginseng green. I said on the board, I don't think I've ever had a ginseng tea. She said, put it on your wish list. So I put it on my wish list, and this is what she gave me. And then I picked up, to make it worth, I had to pick up the gifts. I got, these were like, most of them were on sale where they say, oh, if you like this, you should try this. It's like half price. So I have chocolate chai, chocolate chip, vanilla oolong, and vanilla green. So you might see a kind of a theme there, chocolate vanilla. Here, these are all samples, and then this rounds out my storage containers for winter tin. My tea. And that's what I got for my tea. It looks like it is a fair amount, but most of them are samples, and the samples kind of, you know, I think these like 5 to 7 cups, depending on how you use it. We have it. They say a cup is 8 ounces, and we generally have 14 to 16 ounces. So,
Mom, was it for better or for worse?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it was for better or for worse. It was originally wedding cake, and we didn't think it was the right thing.
Well, because it didn't taste like
a
wedding cake.
It was inspired by wedding cake, but it didn't taste like a wedding cake in our mind. So,
Yeah, I think you went for better for worse. And then for richer, for puer.
yeah.
I don't think you want to do.
I'm not doing sickness and health. or till death. Well, I might do till death do us part, but
Well, then you have to figure out for sickness and sickness and health.
but I don't want to do sickness and health. I would have to have peppermint or something in it.
Yeah, peppermint.
Peppermint and lemon.
Lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I.
Because if you're
have.
going to do the vows and you're going to go, you can't skip one.
I can.
Well, it'd be sad. Because then people could get the whole vows if they
Yeah.
want to.
Well, I almost have to take it out of my memory lane and put it in like wedding vows or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do that because I have memory lane. Did you know that it looks like you can do the attachment between fandoms? Because I have 2 fandoms.
Yeah,
I have
I'm pretty sure I can do that.
I have Flights of Fancy,
Uh-huh.
and I have Memory Lane.
Uh-huh.
So
I have a tree.
you have a tree?
I have a tree. No, I don't. Y'all have trees. Okay. So, my stash enhancement. Since you've done all yours. Let me finish my 2 pearls. I mean, you're going to kind of guess what mine is. This was a surprise because I think I had a migraine that day. Or either that or I was recovering from a migraine from the previous day. This has been a migraine-y, fatigue-y week this past
Yeah,
week.
it's been pretty bad this week.
But I woke up from my nap really groggy and Mom dropped 2 packages off. One, I knew what it was. It was Normalites. It's what I use to get electrolytes. The other, I was like, oh my gosh, did I order something? I don't remember ordering something. I don't know what this is. Maybe I just forgot what I ordered. It was a gift from Laura. She gave me crochet donut buddies. And these are the cutest things ever. So that's where the Triceratops came from. And it's where the bear came from.
Bear.
I know I want to make the snake.
It has an owl.
It does have an owl. Let me show Mom's owl. And I'll show the bunny too. Well, here's the bunny came up first.
Aw.
So the bunny. And hold on. Oh, that's the elephant. I guess the owl's after the bunny. Because the elephant's first. And they're marked by how difficult they are by number of colored donuts.
It'd be cute.
So that was the owl. I need to make the zebra.
It's adorable.
I need to make the zebra because I'm a zebra. That might have to come before the snake.
Mm-hmm. And the snail.
I do want to make the snail. Let me show the snail.
I think Laura's gonna make one of everything. She said.
I'm probably gonna make one of everything except the spider.
You have to show me the spider.
It's scary. There's a snail. Rudolph is adorable.
Rudolph.
They don't call him Rudolph. Reindeer.
Oh, the reindeer. Yeah.
That's Rudolph.
Oh, these would drive me nuts.
Well, the horns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Antlers.
Antlers. Kitty cat.
Aw.
Let's see. I wanted to look for the. You wanted to see the spider. Duh.
It's not too bad. It'd be nice.
I just don't
It'd be
like-
nice. You know what that would be nice for? Is Halloween party favors.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I can't stand them. Oh, look at the rain now. So yeah, there's a ton of cute little piggy pig.
Oink, oink, oink,
Oink,
oink.
oink, oink. He's easy too. Pumpkin, hedgehog. There's so many cute ones in here. And it's a really clearly written book. I have to check and see if it's the same one who does my other book. Don't think so. She uses the same hooks I do. because this purple hook, that's a G hook. That's the same one I use. So she has good choices in materials. Now she has me like stitch white along the side of the eyes. I'm sorry, it doesn't look as good when I do as when she does it. So I either just have black with no stitching along the eyes, or I'm going to do like colored eyes, because it just doesn't look good when I do stitching along the eyes. I don't stitch well, apparently. This one, even though she doesn't call it Baby Yoda, it's Baby Yoda. She calls it Alien, to cover herself. But yeah, there's a ton of them. They are adorable. I should probably, in all fairness, show the turtle after I show the moose.
Cute, ugly moose.
Who are you calling? Red Panda.
I keep seeing Erin's horrified expression when I called you ugly moose.
Let's see. I came in here looking for the turtle
There it
because
is.
that's only fair. I think the turtle and the rabbit both have. Like, the turtle has flowers.
And so does the rabbit.
I thought the rabbit had
It does.
flowers. Yeah. So they're matchy.
Matchy.
They're buddies.
Yeah, they don't understand why there's all the problem here.
Turtle's 3 donuts. Bunny's only 1 donut.
Bunnies only have 1 donut?
1 donut for the bunny.
You mean flour?
No. I mean the donut for difficulty level.
Oh, donuts. Okay.
No, I meant donut.
Okay.
So yes, that's my stash enhancements. I guess that's gonna lead us
La, la, la.
next into personal stuff.
All right. If you don't want to hear the personal stuff, we understand. You can say goodbye now, and we'll see you later. But before you do, we want to thank everyone who joined us and everyone who commented either on PHN Home or on YouTube. If I don't mention your name, it's because I didn't see it before we got to the podcast. So we want to thank Looney Hiker, Andy Bunn, Meditative Crafter, Emma, Kara, and Come Craft with Sissy, and anyone else who has commented and we didn't see. We always love to hear from you. I think I got to everybody before we got on the podcast, but I'm not sure. So we're very grateful that you touch base with us.
Yes.
It makes us happy to hear from you. And you guys always say such nice things.
Yes, you do.
So you make us happy.
Indeed.
Okay, so if you are leaving, we wish you a very blessed week full of every good thing and every blessing, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
So, I guess there's not a ton of personal stuff. I have been very behind in everything online because I've had multiple migraines this week, and when I haven't had migraines, it feels like I've been sleeping. So I'm actually really shocked I've gotten as many projects as I have done. Not so shocked that I finished the books that I've had because they've all been audiobooks that I've finished. So I can have my eyes closed and listen to them.
Right.
Or the little bit of crafting I did manage to get done, even though I guess I finished a full donut. Thing is, these guys don't take that long.
They're cute.
He worked while listening to audiobooks. But yeah, mostly it's been a very a week where I just haven't done a whole lot on the computer.
Right. Well, I told the people over on Zoom that I had a rheumatology appointment, and they said, okay, Wednesdays for new people, so they gave me a Wednesday appointment. They called to cancel, or actually I think they sent me an email, I forget what they did to cancel.
They called.
And then I tried to set up another appointment, and they never got back to me, so finally I wrote an email. Well, but before I could do that, they sent me one of those notifications you get from things like My Chart saying, oh, your appointment is this. I thought, oh, okay, I have to cancel that. I have to make sure I do that. No, they changed my appointment and put me down for a date without asking me if the date would work. Now, I have multiple appointments for Talia, plus dental appointments, plus other things, plus my husband's work schedule. He's got training that he's doing. And most of you who are with us know that I don't drive very well for big distances. I get very tense for whatever reason. I just don't
Even as close as Winchester really bothers her.
Yeah. So he has to be available. And they put me on a Tuesday. And I said, I thought you said new people were on Wednesdays. Well, apparently Tuesday. So now I'm waiting to hear back from them. They said that I emailed, and the lady who emailed got right back to me. She said that she would talk to their, whoever does appointments, I guess, scheduling. I haven't heard from them yet. Of course, we have the machine on fax.
And right now it's also Monday. I don't know when you heard back from them initially.
I don't know. They have a bad habit of calling me on Saturday, and Saturdays, by the time I get the message, they're gone.
Right.
And then you can't touch base. I don't like leaving messages, and this is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like leaving messages on the machine because they don't get back to you, and I get frustrated because what's the point? So anyway, hopefully we'll get that taken care of in the next few days, and I'll figure out what we're doing with that. Davina's doing well, and my husband's doing well. Ty has her appointments.
Yep, MRI. Well, dental appointment first. So fun stuff. I'm starting antibiotics for that today because of the fusion back here. We don't want to risk any infection. And because if you are familiar with when they clean your teeth, sometimes bacteria can end up on heart. If someone had heart valve replacement, if someone has any sort of hardware, like not a stent. I don't have a stent, but a fusion.
Right.
Because they had to put metal in there. There's always a risk of the bacteria from when they clean your teeth landing on those metal surfaces and then causing an infection. So you have to have antibiotics prior to dental cleaning if you have.
And then after now.
Well, yeah, they're having me do a full run of before through. Like I think I have an 8-day run of antibiotics this time. So there's that, and then I have an MRI the same day I see my neurosurgeon. So it's MRI, then see the neurosurgeon to see if I actually do have the instability we're seeing below the fusion.
Which is why I was talking about what the projects were that I was going to bring, but you have to put all these things together. You know, Davina brings her iPod and I don't think she brings her knitting. She just brings her drawing, her iPod, and her Kindle. Or, you know what I mean?
Her crochet. No, she doesn't bring her crochet.
She brings her drawing, her books on her Kindle, and her iPod.
Yeah.
So she can keep busy. And so I think sometimes she brings a stuffed toy in the car.
She does generally bring a stuffed toy in the car.
Yeah, in the truck. So.
Yeah. So.
Is that about it?
Yep, that's about it. It's about time to end this. The lights are starting to bother me a little bit.
Okay.
So, just a little bit of light sensitivity, not a ton.
Yeah.
So.
We need to maybe. Let me see what time it is.
It's time to eat.
Oh, it's time to eat. Yeah. Okay. So
not as late as we have been though.
It's later than I thought, given the time we started.
We have been as late as like 1:30.
Yeah, I know.
So
we want to wish you all a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is nice out, go out and hike or whatever makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 498, and that's a wrap.
Bye.